Welcome back. Now, you may know our next guest best from her time in Carrickstown as Kerry-Ann Bishop, but she's about to take to the stage in a whole new role.
Yes, actress Jenny Dixon will be starring in the Cheerios panto Cinderella at the Royal Hospital Kilmainham's Panto Dome in Dublin, alongside our very own Alan Hughes. And Jenny has joined us now this morning. Morning, Jenny.
Good morning, Jenny.
We were saying to each other yesterday and this morning that I can't believe this is your first time doing panto.
Yeah, my first time. I've always been interested in it, but it's my first time doing such a big run like this, a big panto show.
It's a different ball game because there's 2 shows a day, 7 days a week. Look at the joy in your face.
I know, yeah. But it is a punishing schedule, as you said, Simon, isn't it?
It's a roast, yeah.
People keep saying this, and we started rehearsals on Thursday.
Okay.
So, you know, it's intensive. It's great. It's just such a really high professional level. It's like script back to back. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, let's take a 20-minute break. I'm like, whoa, you kind of just enough time to kind of.
And that's down to as well that it's a short rehearsal period. You've only got 2.5 weeks because you open on the 5th on Thursday week.
The 5th of December, the Cheerios panto at the Panto Dome.
So who are you playing?
I am playing Fairy Godmother.
Of course you
A lot of pink and glitter and...
And that's just Alan Hughes.
Yeah. There you are, with Michelle McGrath, of course.
Our very
she's
own
great.
Michelle.
Yeah, so it's the good versus the evil, and it's great. There's so many good gags and jokes in it and musical numbers.
And they're a great bunch, you know, like you saying that you haven't, this is your first time jumping into a long run like this. They've all done it. Before, and they will hold your hand, they'll guide you through it.
Yeah, I feel that already, you know, because as I said, we've completed 3 days of rehearsal, and it already
feels... You're still talking to each other.
Yeah, no, it feels like a family, kind of, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Because from, say, Fair City, when you're doing, you know, 12, 14-hour days, you get that same intimacy then as well, where you really know, you know, if your castmate is a bit down or a bit hyper or a bit, like, excited about something. And I'm kind of getting that feel as well, you know, that you just...
You'll nurse yourselves as a gang through Christmas. Speaking of Fair City, it's clearly a very different process, isn't it? Because shooting Fair City is different in terms of you've got so many scenes to shoot in a day. It's wallop, 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 get it done, move on. This is completely different. How are you finding the change?
Yeah, I'm loving it because it's nice to kind of go into another realm, and musical theatre is something I've always been interested in. And I guess the fourth wall is broken, you know. So, and you guys are more in that realm where, you know, you talk to the audience and there's interaction. So that is something where I meet the audience as the other cast member, is what I'm thinking in my head. And then also the rehearsal time is quite a luxury, because with Fair City, there's such a huge volume shot. It's amazing, and in
You've got to get through
a short
it,
space of time that you read it, you do your homework, you do your prep, and then you shoot it. Whereas with this, it almost seems to me like it's a dance. And you know, we're learning the choreography, and that's just the performance, and then adding in the layers of the different things that's added in to make a big musical show.
It's a lot of work to push into 2.5 weeks rehearsal.
Sure it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that there's...
the sheer panic.
I know, we're just making you worse. What I'm fascinated by, just to make you even more nervous, but you're not, you're well able, you're a professional. Singing live on stage, I mean, this would be my biggest nightmare, but obviously you can sing, which is a help. How do you feel about that? Because that's not something you've done before, Jenny, is it?
Yeah, so again, it's totally different to the 5 years in Fair City and RTA. It's now do all that, but also sing and dance. It helps. Twice a day. It helps that I have wanted it for a long time to do it, and it helps that it's a genre I really love. So I can't do enough prep, you know. In my head, I just... I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist, because maybe that's an overused word, but there's no stone unturned, I'll do in terms of preparing.
You're covering every base, but that's the way to do it. And what you'll find, I think, as well, is that, and we've all been in the audiences at pantos, that energy will just carry you through. There's something quite different about the energy at a panto than there is even from a musical or a drama or a theatre show. The energy of the panto is very different, isn't it? Because everyone's a great fun.
And you know, I would take... I've become quite a panto expert over the last few years.
Because you have 3 boys?
I have 3 little boys. One of them will be panto ready this year, I think. But up until now, we've been taking two boys. And there's something different out of it. Every panto, I think, in Ireland seems to have an edge. Your one, the Cheerios one, is that it's definitely the cheekiest, campest, pushing the boundaries all over the place panto, isn't it?
I've heard that before I started rehearsals. I heard that from other actors I know, and I was like, oh, bring it all on, all the glitter, all the sparkle,
much fun.
And it is. the guys are so witty and clever. And when I'm part of me is like looking at my script and learning my next part, and the other part of me in rehearsal is just enjoying the show and going, "Oh, this is great."
Yeah,
you know?
they're bold.
Yeah,
but in a really fun kind of naughty way. Aren't they?
Very sharp, very
What's
quick.
Alan like, by the way? Because obviously our viewers are very familiar with Alan Hughes working here as part of this show. But what's he like in terms of rehearsals? And you know, this is very much their baby, him and Carl.
Yeah, isn't it? And I think it's 22 years now they've honed
right.
this
It's a
show,
machine,
you
isn't
know.
it?
So it really shows. It really shows that it's such a machine, and it's lovely because as a performer you can just kind of sit back and go. You kind of feel like you're being, you know, kind of carried
along. Yeah.
And there's such enthusiasm. So Carl with the writing and you know just looking over everything and Alan then who's performing in it. And one of the things with Alan I noticed is because I know Alan like you know yourself say as a presenter and you know great at what he does here but it's lovely seeing him as an actor and in the scenes I have with him, you know, with Sammy Sausages and. Just kind of looking into Alan Hughes in terms of as if it was somebody in Carrickstown or you know, so I always kind of get kind of a bit of a kick out of that.
So he keeps the Sammy Sausages title, of course he has
he does.
to. Yes.
Yeah, because isn't there
Sammy lives on.
There's loyal fans that come back to see these
Oh
characters.
my goodness,
so.
absolutely.
They've seen all 22 of the
22,
pantos,
wow, yeah, amazing.
Tell us about Fair City and in particular the end because you left. You left with a bang, literally. You left in the anniversary episode. What was the 5 years like? When you found out then about your character's demise, what were your thoughts there when it came up to filming those scenes?
It was obviously a mixture of emotions, you know, because you become attached and it's a character that I helped grow, you know, in conjunction. It's a collaborative process with the great writers and producers. And so it's definitely something that it wasn't an ordinary day at the office when I was doing my last scenes, you know. But for the 5 years, it was originally a 3-week contract that turned into
5 years.
Turned into
Brilliant.
5 years, and having shot the really big storylines, like we did the big soap wedding, and we did the, you know, the comedy and the Who's the Daddy and the affair with Mondo, and then the love triangles, and then the whole drama of it, like, oh, by the way, you're going to kill somebody. I was
But
like,
that's what you want as an actor, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? You know,
Roller coaster.
it's like it was a different TV show.